This video is super late, but who cares? Hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Cue the intro, Jorge. What is going on, YouTube? It is your boy, Sir Jorge Integrate, bringing you week 6. Shit, I actually don't know what week this is. The ICP Low Tier Division. Today we are facing up Team Knots and his Forest Curse. Not gonna lie, this is kind of in a time crunch. And so I really want to appreciate my opponent for being a little patient with me, especially because we are in two completely different time zones. He is across the Pacific Ocean. Technically, he's also across the Atlantic Ocean. Just depends on which way you go. So I'm not wrong in that phrasing. But yeah, we brought hail. He has sand, and so that's a little horrifying. I ain't gonna lie. But I think we still have a good chance of winning. We just gotta play smart, and I feel like recently we have been. Also, if you guys missed last week's episode, which I'm recording this on Sunday, the day this battle is due, and that was actually another good battle. So make sure you go check that out. I love that thumbnail very, very much. But yeah, okay, awesome. There's the cue, the go. I'll actually, before we even, I'm gonna quickly draw a Trevenant off the top of my head. Okay, so see, we see Articuno. Oh, we don't see Sanchez, which actually I'm a-okay with. We see Heracross. We see Boltund. I didn't really Bolt. We see Whimsicott. We see the Gigilith. And we see Vaporeon. Now, I really do want to lead off with Sir Eggy here, because I think that's going to be a lot better for us, especially if he does lead off with the Gigalith. If you lead off with Heracross, that might be a bit of an issue. But in all honesty, Crash is honestly the safest lead, because we can flip turn on anything. We can just Toxic something, maybe like the Gigalith or the Vaporeon that wants to come in against like the water move. So I think it's who we actually are going to lead off with. So yeah, and as always, have fun, break a leg to my opponent. I've been enjoying the season a whole lot. Like, I feel like I've been playing really, really well. I've been playing, for the most part, I feel like there's been a couple hiccups, I will admit, but I feel like overall, we've been playing well. And if you guys do agree, let me know in the comment section below. If you feel like I've been playing like shit, also let me know. Give me that interaction on this video, because I have BDSP content coming out soon. The level Dr. Slacking, which is going to be this Whimsicott. Whimsicott. Do we live an energy ball? Because I don't want to just pivot into what should you live an energy ball? I don't mind just flip turning. I'm just gonna flip turn, because I feel like he just U-turns here. It just U-turn, perfect. So we do get this lower momentum. It's exactly what I'm hoping for, unless he goes into the Vaporeon, which might be an issue. So let's see what he goes for here. So we do see U-turn. Son of a bitch. Called it. So unfortunately, he's gonna get the water absorb off, which is very, very annoying. But in hindsight, it doesn't really matter, because I could just Toxic this thing, and I think that's a little bit more important, because this thing is very, very bulky as hell. Now he could also go for a Toxic here, which actually would be the worst case scenario, because I don't want Chip on my War Turtle, or that residual damage, especially because he does have a Sand Team, and we're both gonna be chipping each other down, which I think also helped me out with Trexo's match. That residual damage. So a Pokemon I'm also very, very glad he did not bring is Duraludon. I had such a hard time prepping for that mon, and so I'm just glad. Oh, he just Scalded straight up. Can I get a burn here? I'd very much would rather get burned here. He does not, and we missed the Toxic, which is unfortunate. Which is very unfortunate. I do think he goes for the Toxic here. So we see Scald. Let me write that down. So I think he might be Scald, Witch Protect, which can be very, very annoying. I'll just Toxic again. He didn't bring his Steel type, so I'm just free to Toxic. He's gonna go for Scald again. Again, I'm a-okay with this. No burn. Okay, perfect. We do love the Toxic, which I think is the best case scenario for us. I don't want to go an Eggy actually now that I think of it, because I don't want us to get burnt. That's the last thing I want us to do. So I might pivot into somebody else. I just don't know who just yet. We do have Power Earth Source Nibbles, because I do think, especially now with his team currently, that it can go in. So yeah. But yeah, Skulls are pretty free against him. I'm not gonna lie. I don't want to. I can't let this thing get chipped down too severely. So I have to go into somebody, and I think I don't want to go into Seregi as a thing. I really don't. Do I go into Hilda? I guess I go into Hilda. Hilda Queen. Unless this thing is also like Rest, which could be very annoying. Unfortunately, I do have to go to Hilda Queen. Which might bring in the Jigglypuff. Might be an issue. But it's fine. If he Skulls here, again, it probably doesn't do too much because he's probably more defensive. He's for Heal Bell. Okay. It's good to know. Bell. And he's leftovers, I think. I think he goes into his yeah, he's not leftovers. I'm pretty sure he's Yachi Berry. All my opponents bring Yachi Berry. Whatchamacallit. I guess I can just go for the damage, honestly. We're very speedy. He does stay in, and he actually outpaces us. He's a pretty fast Vaporeon. So flip turn. It's probably Yachi Berry. Does this bring in the Jigglypuff? I would imagine. Trexo. Yeah, it does bring in the Jigglypuff, which I don't have an issue with, to be honest. Heal Bell is actually very annoying, because our goal is to chip things down. We're gonna go for the freeze right here. I almost went for a Reflect, to be honest. It's a good damage despite us. Jigglypuff. He could get our Brock for free here. Again, kind of annoying. And we won't be going into Arctozolt unless we desperately need to. Until we can just safely say that we can, once the Jigglypuff is down. Once he is down, we can just go into our Arctozolt, go for a power, maybe on the Articuno, or whatever Pokemon that wants to switch into us. Because he doesn't have a way to, chip us down without, Leech Seed, Whimsicott. So let's see. How much was I supposed to do? Not Claydol, Mental. Aurorus, because we are modest. That looks about like specially defensive Jigglypuff, which is kind of surprising. But he is more specially defensive. How much are we doing with Arctozolt? Surf is doing dog shit. If we're out of sand, yeah, we definitely need this Pokemon dead. 100%. Surf does he goes for rocks. Okay. Again, fine by me. We do have Rapid Spin on this thing, so not the end of the world. I'm not gonna go cry to my mom. Psychic is also free here. We could go for the Psychic, but I think getting rocks of our own is more important. Actually, no, we have Rapid Spin on our Wartortle, so we'll be just be trading rocks here. I also could just teleport, which I think would be the more optimal play in my IMO. Because that would have given us more momentum, but I think getting up rocks is slightly more important. Securing chip, and I think here I'm just going to teleport. Man, we also brought a very speedy Eggy too. Give you Skulls, it's okay. I'm just going to teleport. I think I teleport into Wartortle, Rapid Spin away the rocks. Yeah. I really wish I brought Rapid Spin on Claydol instead. I thought about just taking off. Here's for Flip Turn. Perfect. Perfect. That works out much more in our favor. It also bluffs that we are slower than his Vaporeon, which might come in handy later. Actually, we don't know that just yet. But I'm naturally, Claydol does outspeed a Vaporeon. Unless he brought a lot of speed. Well, actually, would have been really smart on him. Maybe I should have brought enough speed to outspeed my own Claydol. Because Claydol, do we have any speed? We don't, so it's really easily for him to he could easily have a few points in speed to outpace us. So there's a little oversight on my end, but I'm willing to die on that hill. He's under Doctor Slacking. He's gonna go back into this Whimsicott. Let's see. Does he take any chip damage? He does. And I'm just gonna click teleport. We're gonna get the GTFO. Also, it's important to note that I'm gonna go back into. Oh, I'm just gonna go into Salazzle here. Rare boots. We're not gonna take any rock damage. He's gonna find that out the hard way. And it is revealed that we are faster than the Whimsicott, which is really, really good. That means he's not scarfed in any way, shape, or form. We could just Toxic. Our Sludge Up is actually really, really free here. I think going for the Flamethrower and ensuring that we could potentially get a burn on the Gigalith is actually really, really good. This should be the last turn of yeah. I think he predicts, maybe he over predicts and expects me to like hard switch. He's for Sunspore and he does miss. That kind of sucks for him, I will admit. But Whimsicott should go down. We did miss a Toxic earlier, so I feel like that's fair. I feel like that's fair. But I that does suck. That 100% sucks. So Salazzle kills Whimsicott. And that was like the one thing I was worried about was Whimsicott just Sunsporing my team to death. And so I did have whatchamacallit, Aromatherapy or Heal Bell. He's gonna go back into this thing. He's gonna take some chip damage. I kind of want to stay in. Can I live a Scald? If I go into Salazzle, we don't live a Scald, unfortunately. I'm really hoping that we did. I really want to stay in and just go for, damage. But we can't, unfortunately. And our only play is to go and start Eggy is the thing. Like, we have a hard time dealing with this Vaporeon. But I think I'm going to go in this Crash here. Because I think if we get rid of rocks, that's going to like ease up both Arctozolt. I think it's more important, in my opinion, right now, is securing that we get rid of these rocks. He's going for Flip Turn. Well played. He can go in the Boltund, and I think he might be able to knock us out. War Turtle. Yeah, Thunderfang does a shit ton of damage if he's life orb. He has to be Scarfed, which might be a possibility that he is Scarfed Boltund. Just to outpace our Arctozolt in the hill. Mario P33, which I imagine is Heracross, actually. Heracross. And he does get the guts. I'm actually he goes for like knockoff here. I think he goes for knockoff here. I have to pick a sack. I actually could live a knockoff, so I'm gonna go for Rapid Spin and pray that we do live. He goes for CC. This should knock us out, I would imagine. Yep. Hera kills War Turtle. So down goes Crash, but that's okay. That's fine by me. Because I just go back into La Toxica and, do stuff. Our Vaporeon switch-ins are very, very limited, so I'm praying to God he does not have Ice Beam on that thing. He is -1 now. How much does a Sludge Bomb do? You are -1. I do have to go for the Flamethrower, unfortunately. But the Vaporeon is not taking like the damage too well. He does switch out, but again, Vaporeon is taking a lot of chip. Unless he's Rest. He goes back into Gigalith, which I'm actually A-okay with. That's free damage on this thing. If we could get the burn on it, that'd be like A+. Do we get the burn? Unfortunately, we do not. But this is a free switching into Eggy here, I will say. So that's exactly what I'll do. We are a Jetpack Superpower, which is something you probably don't see on a daily basis. But the reason for that is because I want to give myself a way to give myself momentum. And I think Superpower is actually very, very clutch in that it hurts the Gigalith in a way that in case like he was like the Rindoberry. Yeah, Rindoberry. And he was like, oh, I can live this hit. But Superpower should be doing like a shit ton of damage to him anyways. I don't think it kills him, Jigalith. But if he goes into like Articuno, yeah, Superpower does like over, just slightly over half. We're gonna switch out here. If he goes for the Rock type, I expect him to go for the Rock type move here. He has leftovers. We saw that earlier. Unless he goes for like Explosion, which would be the best case scenario. He just switches out. Oh shit. Okay, he pulls a double. And he goes with the Mighty B33, which is gonna be Heracross. Yep. Great play. Great play. Because I don't have a response to this thing, unfortunately. But he is getting chipped, which is really, really important to note. He is getting severely chipped. Now I gotta basically pick a Pokemon that I don't think is very useful this match, and honestly, I think that Pokemon is Salazzle. Simply because the only Pokemon that it really was here to check the Whimsicott, and it's down now, and so I need Eggy to check the Jigalith. The Jigalith. He's for Mega Horn, and he does connect. That's actually the best play because we quad resist that. We do live that, and so we get to live another day essentially. This thing is getting really, really chipped, which I think is more important. So I'm honestly a-okay with that. In terms of Sander left, I think I'm just gonna go for a Sludge Bomb here. That's just more right, yeah. Oh, they're the same thing. But I think getting the poison on the incoming Jigalith, I think is more important. He does switch out, or even the Vaporeon on the right eye Kylie, right? Yep, perfect. So again, this thing is getting chipped down. If we can get the poison here, I think that'd be the best case scenario. We are gonna go for the Sludge Bomb here. Oh, let's go! Perfect. Let's go. Okay, awesome. He's gonna take sand damage, and he's gonna take poison damage here. And I think he's actually in range of a Flamethrower. Yep. Perfect. That turn could not have gone better. That turn could not have gone better. I could go for actually I should go for Sludge Bomb here because he's gonna go down, and Salazzle's gonna pick up another KO. That's awesome. That's one less Pokemon Eggy has to worry about. So kills Vaporeon, and I will admit the Stump Spore Miss is chewing my opponent's ass. We are free to Toxic though, Jigalith. Whittle that thing down, and I think an endgame with Arctozolt is looking very, very prominent in my opinion. I also don't think the poison mattered too much because I still click Sludge Bomb that next turn. So maybe unless he was like especially defensive like AV, but we know that he has Heal Bell, so we know he's not AV. But yeah, I'm very much liking this game so far. Here's the JV, which is his Boltund. Again, I actually am honestly okay if we lose Salazzle here. We don't have a really good switch in, regardless. I'll go for Sludge Bomb. I'm okay with losing Salazzle here. He's for Crunch. Okay, great middle ground play. Bolt kills Salazzle, and he is Life Orb. Okay, he Crunch and Life Orb. We are Cobbleberry. And by going into this, actually no. We could just say that, hey, we are very specially defensive. Suck it. I think going for Ice Beam here is actually the better play in case he goes into his Articuno. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. That's exactly what I'm going to do. If we get our use for Crunch again, we actually are the Cobbleberry, so we do chew that. Maybe not well, but we do chew that. And so he's going to take a lot of damage right now. This is really good to know that he is not, scarfed. Actually, I think I'm going to sack off somebody else because I think the negative priority... Actually, do we need Surf Spin? I don't think so. Do we have a Crunch? I wish I want to go into Hail the Queen. Let's see. Boltund. Aurorus. Crunch, Life Orb. What? How much HP are we at? We're at 148. Hold up. I know I'm taking my time right now, but I need to make sure I can. This is like an optimal play at 148. We're at right at 75%. It's actually a roll to kill us. I can't risk that, unfortunately. So I do think I have to sack off my Sir Spin here. But then we go into Aurorus here. Aurora! And I think we actually get up a Reflect. I think we get up a Reflect here. I think we get up a Reflect. I really, really, really wanted to go into... Yep. It is a roll now, which is really annoying. I won't lie. Actually, I think my better play is to go to Eggy right now. Yeah. Because if he goes for like a Thunderfang, he will die to hail damage. So my best play right now is to go into Eggy right now. Heracross is burnt. He's taking a lot of chip. And again, I think an endgame was Arctozolt if we can position ourselves in a way where we go into Aurorus, we somehow kill the... I also really wanted to go for, like... He does stay in. Again, that's fine. If he's a player, that's a really good play on his end. We know he's Life Orb. He's for Crunch. Okay, again, that's fine by me. Oh, I fucked up. I brought the wrong item. But that works out in our favor. That actually works out so much more in our favor. I brought the wrong item. LMAO. Does he live? He does not live, so... Aurorus kills Bolt, and that was passive. That actually works out so much more in our favor. He's into Trexo. Again, I'm A-okay with that. I really wish I brought webs right now. I really wish I had brought webs. You're a little over half. I'll go back into Eggy. I'm going to sack off Eggy here. I think getting up an Aurora might be the best play for us. What if we brought like Explosion or something? It's a good game though. It's a good game. Right now we're just trading blows. I'm going to switch out here. We go on the Suragi. Maybe he goes for like a rock move and misses. I think that'd be the best play for us right now. If he's leftovers and he goes for the EQ. Can we live that? Actually, I don't think we do. We don't. So Jigglypuff kills Eggy. And then we just go into Aurorus. Aurora. Because I also, the way I see it is he needs to keep Hail off the field. But Blizzard is free right now. Blizzard is 100% free. And so, I really want to go for Aurora, but I don't think that's the play. I think just going for Blizzard and going for damage is my play. Yeah, because... Okay, let me think about this. We have 45 seconds. I go for Blizzard here. I either knock out the Articuno or the Heracross, and he switches out. Right? I think he... The best play for me is that he stays in and takes the Hail damage. But I think he sacks out Heracross here. So I'm gonna overplay. Yeah, because I feel like he needs to save. I think he needs to save. Oh, this might be my biggest overplay of the century. And we won't know if he stays in or not until, you know. No! I overplayed. It is what it is. Down goes Sir Snivels. Okay, I overplayed. I got it in my head. I should have gone for Blizzard. It is what it is. Okay, we're going to lose to Team Mots there, then. I overplayed. Because I felt like he needed to keep sand to neuter my, But you know what? If that was on purpose then, then he really just, read me well. Because if we were in Hail, yeah, I feel like we could have won. Especially because we were, the Power Herb. But it is what it is. I overplayed, and that's the end of the story. So, you can't be upset about that. Regardless, this was a fantastic game. We do get, one turn of attack. So we go for the Blizzard. It is what it is. We actually could have gone for Power Herb, Meteor Beam that next turn and ensured that we killed the Articuno. Unless it was Scarfed. Articuno. I think this might be a 3-0. He does hang on. He goes for EQ. That's going to be game. GG, man. That was a great game. I will admit, that was a fantastic game. I wish I Blizzard. If Jorge from the future could have knocked into my dorm right now, that would have been it. But yeah, GG, man. That was a really fun game. Thank you so much for being patient with me. I appreciate your patience with me. Let's see. If he was Choice Scarfed, I don't think it mattered. Choice Scarfed. If I was Octozolt, a timid. Nope. But yeah, guys, please go make sure Team Knots. Link to his channel can be found in the description below. If he was 252, timid. Actually, if he was Choice Scarf, he still lost better. So regardless, that was a great game. I enjoyed it nonetheless. If you guys did enjoy this content, by all means, hit that like button down below. Subscribe if you have not already. I overplayed. That's really what it was. I 100% overplayed, and it lost me the game. So I'm gonna try to bounce back up these last few games for the season. And yeah, Team Knots was actually doing really well this season either way. But I feel like we had that end game. We were so close. We were able to smell victory, and we were just short. And that happens sometimes. So either way, we'll bounce back next week, and I'll see you guys then. Peace.